good, man.
It's very good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Can I tell you that? And I speak for myself here when I say also, we were very, very excited that you put out these comedy specials. 13 years, like a locust, you have returned with these. Why did you decide to put 2 of them out?
Money.
Money.
I'm yeah, I did, you know, I just started making them. I made them, and then I shelved them, and then they bought them.
Did you make them thinking, oh, I'll sell these one day, or do you think like, oh, well, these might not be so timely anymore? I mean, which, you know, they are, certainly, but did you worry about that?
No.
No, not at all.
No, because it's like I don't get mad at a photograph because it's not today.
It's a very healthy way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's like, they're a fair representation of the night they were shot. You know, but the thing is, things have changed so rapidly now.
Yeah.
And the way people listen to things changed so rapidly. So maybe I was a little worried, but not enough to not put them out.
And you said, talking about money, everybody knows that you got a tremendous amount of money. I think, well, what I read was $60 million for 3 specials. 2 of them you had in the closet already.
I literally just took them out of the closet like... That's right.
No, do you worry about that? Do you like when people know how much money you have, or would you rather they didn't?
Well, I learned from the last time.
Okay. What happened last time?
Who knows? I thought, you know, I just learned, like, you know, I would rather people didn't know.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't care.
Do you feel pressure now to leave a bigger tip at a restaurant, especially in the glow of the news this is happening to you?
I don't know if you've heard the stereotype. Black people don't tip well. So...
You don't want to ruin that?
Yeah, I got to keep... I'm holding the line.
That's very admirable of you. You live in a small town in Ohio. A lot of people know that. How old are your kids now?
My oldest is 16. I have a 14-year-old, excuse me, and an 8-year-old.
You were doing stand-up when you... How old were you when you started doing it?
14.
Okay, so is your son is your oldest?
Yeah.
Is he interested in doing anything like this? Can you even imagine him doing something like what you did at that age?
Nah, that's not... He's a funny kid, but that's not his thing. Like, if any one of my kids would be a comedian, I've said it before, it's my daughter. She's the most... She got all the skill sets. She's very funny.
And do they think you're funny?
Now they do, yeah.
You think that they kind of when you come back out and everybody gets very excited, that they go like, oh, well, for them, this is kind of news, isn't it?
Now they understand. Last time this happened to me, they were so young. And I wasn't having a good time back then. Yeah. So they thought that fame was bad. And then as they got older, you know, they realized it's not all bad. Right. And they just power through it.
Okay. Are you having fun this time around?
I am making a point to have fun this time.
You are?
Yes.
Can you make that conscious decision to have fun, do you think?
Yeah, at this age.
At this age?
Yeah, I think, you know, failure is informative.
But you never really failed. You retreated.
Right.
It's different.
I actually like the way you put that.
Okay. I know you've been doing shows here in LA since you've been here, and one of the guys who works here said you were doing a show, and LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers showed up for the show. Did you know they were coming?
Yeah, I knew.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I went to the game earlier.
I see.
And then, but I don't, you know, they say, hey, we'll come by the show, but they, you know, then 8-foot dudes start walking in the door.
Are they still in uniform, or do they shower and change beforehand?
Yeah, it was dope, though, man. LeBron got on stage with me and did a few comedy bits. He was a funny dude.
He did comedy bits on his own, or you made fun of him?
I made some assists.
Kyrie Irving, who plays for the Cavaliers, he recently said that he believes the world is flat. Is that a subject that you covered with him? Were you aware of that?
I wouldn't even know how to broach that topic. Word, is that what you think? He's like, what do you say?
I don't know. I guess maybe you just kind of, I guess if you feel it, it won't really make any kind of a difference.
I don't understand the philosophy behind the flat earth theory.
Why? Why do you say that?
I just don't understand. First of all, what difference does it make? Could be flat, could not be flat. There could be 12 continents. How would you know?
That's a matter of how we draw it up. But I feel like with the world, with the Earth, when you stand back and you look at the horizon, you can see curvature. You can actually see it, unlike a dinosaur or something.
Yeah, or if you fly in one direction, you'll come back around, which in a flat world probably would not happen.
That is true. That is true. But these guys don't go around. They go to Cleveland, and then they go to... And then maybe that they need longer trips, I think, is probably what's going on there. All right, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to see... By the way, do you care about, like, what people think about the comedy specials?
Sure.
Oh, you do? Okay, because they're just absolutely fantastic. I mean, I watched them over the last 2 nights. I was like, literally crying, laughing. Like, my wife came downstairs and yelled at me at one point. So, Dave Chappelle is here with us. He's got... We'll be right back.
I don't know if you ever saw on TMZ the big headline, Dave Chappelle, drunk on stage in Detroit. Well, if you saw it, I wasn't drunk. I had smoked some reefer with some rappers. Yeah. I don't know if you know anything about hanging out with rappers, but their weed is very strong. Stronger than what I was accustomed to. The article goes on to say I was booed off stage, which is also incorrect. I was booed. I did not leave.
That's Dave Chappelle. The Age is Spinning, Deep in the Heart of Texas. They both came out at midnight on Netflix. You still get heckled. Well, you mentioned this in the stand-up comedy special, which is amazing to me that at this point in your career, that's still happening.
I don't think that'll ever stop. It's always comedy, no matter how high you go. The mechanics never change.
Can you spot who might be the problem in the audience? Or is there a profile that they fit?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you can see them bubbling.
And you can see them bubbling.
Yeah. And then you know, like this guy's gonna be in trouble. But a lot of times, I don't know. You just never know.
You never know. You have a policy that I think is great. There are no cameras, no camera watches, or any of that stuff allowed in your theater.
Right.
Why do you do that? Besides the fact that your specials are now worth $60 million. What is the reason for that?
Well, there's a lot of one. It became a thing where I walk on stage, I'd see a sea of cell phones, so I knew that anything I said in the room, I was saying to everybody, whether they were in the room or not, which is not an empowering feeling as a comedian. Yeah, it's like Fight Club rules apply, man. Like what I'm saying to you, I'd rather just keep it in the room. And the other thing is, comedians need the element of surprise. So if someone sees a joke that I'm doing, and before I get to their city, then I got to do all new jokes, and I couldn't write fast enough.
And it cheats the audience. The audience doesn't realize it, but they're cheating themselves out of you taking risks at that time and saying things that might not necessarily be appropriate for the world.
That's exactly right. So for instance, when we had a show the other night, LeBron James, I don't think would have went on stage and had me say all the crazy stuff I was saying around him if people's cell phones.
What was the crazy stuff you said to LeBron James?
I don't know. Like I say, Fight Club rules apply, but I say a lot of crazy shit, man, like when I'm on stage. But, you know, it's not malicious, but, you know, I have a good time.
You built this, one of the specials is built around 4 different times you met OJ Simpson, 4 different encounters you had with OJ. And it is beautiful the way you weave it together. You start with the first one, and then it just had the second one happens, and the third one happens, and you wrap it up. Well, he might be out of jail in October.
Okay.
You could get a number 5 out of this, but the way you speak about it is really, it's it's new, is what it is. And the way you spoke about Bill Cosby in the special was something that it was just such a dangerous line that you walked, and you walked it so well, and it's so funny. Do you look for subjects like that, or do you just feel compelled to speak about them?
Those are big enough that you wouldn't have to look at. I think it's more of a compulsion. Like sometimes something will happen and you'll feel a certain way about it. So you just, like everyone, when I'm walking down the street, they'll be like, Dave, that's right, you tell it how it is. Not really. I don't really know what it is. I just say what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to, I feel I'm having the urge to tell all your jokes from the special, but I don't want to do that because I think people should probably right now, in fact, turn off the show right now. Go on to Netflix and watch these specials because they're great. Dave Chappelle, The Age of Spin, and Deep in the Heart of Texas, available right now. Thank you, Dave. We'll be right back.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights at 11:35, 10:35 Central on ABC.